Biotech. My name is Ahmad Mubin from Malaysia Bioeconomy Development Corporation, and will be your host for today's session. So we are pleased to feature Mr. Nik from Biotropics Malaysia Berhad, a BioNexus Status company that has been contributing the growth of biotechnology industry in Malaysia. So thank you very much for joining us, Mr. Nik, and we are honored to have you here to share with us your journey and learn about your company's achievements. So without further ado, let us begin. So it has been a great journey with us, Biotropics Malaysia Berhad, that has been awarded a BioNexus status in 2009, one of the pioneer BioNexus status company in Malaysia. So to start with, we believe that your company's nature of business is herbal health supplement, right, Mr. Nik?
Correct.
Okay. Would you mind to briefly share with us your background of company and what really inspired you to be in this industry?
Yeah. Put it simply, the mission of Biotropic is to turn the Malaysian biodiversity into a health supplement product that is been verified by sciences. We have our flagship product, 5-star Tongkat Ali. It is a product that is fit for many health applications. And all our product has been verified by clinical studies, and is currently the product is being marketed in more than 30 countries, and we have more than 25 clinical studies, and is being manufactured in internationally accredited facilities. Of course, we have all the certification that requires us to go into the foreign market as well. What inspires me is that, I was before Biotropic in my previous life, I was in health industry as well. But what intrigues me is that, when pharmaceutical industry. So for pharma industry is that when you get sick, unfortunately, you get drugs or medicines, but you are confined during that period of you are down with that sickness. However, for nutraceutical, the industry that we are in, you continuously take our product because, you need to be well so that you don't easily get sick. I think COVID pandemic is evident for that. A lot of immunity product that comes into the picture. So nowadays people are more discerning. They are taking care their health beyond only when they are down and sick. So that is something that I think that makes a business sense, and also a gap or void that nutraceutical can fill.
Okay, that's interesting, Mr. Nik. Okay, since you mentioned that one of your product is Tongkat Ali, right? Would you mind sharing with us the other products than Tongkat Ali? I believe that you have several, right?
Yeah. We do have as well our several other ingredients. We have Biokesum. Biokesum is basically kesum leaves, but we are extracting bioactive from it. Basically, what Biokesum does is that it for cognition, is for executive function, i.e. meaning for multitasking, and also it improves your memory. Beside Biokesum, we also have activated virgin coconut oil. It's a technology that was out-licensed to us by Mardi, and that is for antimicrobial applications. So it's good for anti-dandruff, it's good for pimples.
I see.
So it's more of a cosmeceutical applications.
Okay, I see. That is a great insights from you, Mr. Nik. And then would you mind, basically when you want to develop a supplement product, right, it requires a great technology. So would you mind share with us what kind of technology that you have been used to develop such a impressive product?
I think the nature of the natural, dealing with the natural product, the ingredient is the key and very important, that is vital for the business, right? You can put in the capsule, you can put in the tablet, or you can put into the food and beverages application. But ingredient is the one who does makes the functional or health functions.
I see.
Yeah. So one of the most important about the ingredient is that coming especially from herbal or natural product, the extract or the ingredient must be standardized.
I see.
So is that herbal, say for example, Tongkat Ali from northern of Malaysia is different than from the southern of Malaysia or East Malaysia because it's soil, the water, or the weather. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of different.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So our patented process ensure, regardless of the raw material comes from where, the output will be standardized. So the consumer who consume it get a consistent efficacy.
That's a great insight that you have shared, Mr. Nik, about other products and also one of your prominent products. Okay, so moving on to the next question. Basically, every successful company is built around solving a problem. So could you share with us the issues and challenge that you are trying to solve?
I think is specifically in our industry, the biggest issue is trust deficit. Even though 20 years ago, the challenge will be different, but the fact remain, trust is still an issue. If you can remember 10 or 20 years ago, people take multivitamins, for example, and they take, maybe last time it was a multivitamin, vitamin A, B, C, and so on and so forth. And but now people are becoming more discerning. Nowadays, say for example, last time you take magnesium just as per magnesium, but now you have the magnesium glycinate, magnesium taurate, so many vitamins, so many type of magnesium. So over time, it gets better, but the question will be now is that which one?
Yeah, understand.
So many in the market now. So I think it's for us, for example, for our 5-star, we have a study and we have the process that standardize the extract. Okay, so nowadays, 5-star is not the only Tongkat Ali in the market. We have many other Tongkat Ali in the market, and sometimes from our neighboring countries, that doesn't have Tongkat Ali plant.
I see.
So for us, it's our responsibility to educate the public and make them aware which one is the one that is the real safety wise and also give you the efficacy.
Okay, it is great to hear that, and a well impressive products that you have from your company and a very good quality. Okay, so moving on to the next question, how does since you are a BioNexus Status company, right? So would you mind sharing with us how does Bioeconomy Corporation has support and contribute towards your company's growth and expansion?
Beside the financial or maybe the tax, wave, for BioNexus company, I believe that everybody knows what Bioeconomy offer to the companies that on board with on them, right? But I think over the time also we have established relations where not only with Bioeconomy, but also with the companies that is involved with bioeconomies. So, Malaysia is not a big country, especially when most of the companies, BioNexus, most of them will go international market.
Yeah.
So I think that is where the networking, where is the support to with each other is very, very, very important.
I see.
Of course, Bioeconomy provide the, you have events. Last time, like the Bioeconomy exhibitions.
Yep,
I still remember vividly, like I think 10 years ago, there was a Vital Food Europe in Geneva.
Yep.
So I was part of it. I think that was the first time that Biotropics involved in the European market.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, it's along the line and it evolved. I think we saw also Bioeconomy have supporting us from, even though they were like from different ministry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. It's good to know that Bioeconomy has supported you well until today. So may I know like how does your company, I mean, like how does BioNexus Status differentiate you from your competitors within this industry?
Okay, having a BioNexus status somehow or rather give you a credible, what they call it, the badge,
Mm-hmm.
So when you carry that badge, people would deem that you have gone through a certain level of filtrations, so you have overcome that, you have been filtered to overcome all that could be some preconceived judgment. So I think so we are more clear when we go to the market. Basic is given that we have fulfilled. Now it's more of a opening up the market. Make the product bigger. And it's more penetrated into deeper market.
I see. It is much more trusted on the product itself, right?
Yep.
Understand. Okay, we move on to the next question. Previously, we noticed that uh, your company recorded higher export sales than local sales. Back in, I think that was 5 years back. I could remember. Could you share with us your journey in developing your export and market and the key factors that contribute to your achievements?
I think from day one, since the inception of Biotropic, our target is always to go international. So during our phases of the development of the company, all has been aligned toward that. We have for example, the clinical study. It should be a CRO that is recognized by the OECD, and our manufacturing facilities is to be accredited to the international standard accepted. Say for example, we have the ISO. Of course, we have the halal, we have the GMPs, and we also have been inspected by US FDA.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great.
So we have aligned it from the start. So I think in the advent of quite recent technology with the cross-border business and all, it aligns very well. And again, I think Malaysia is a more of a test bed market for us, but also we as a test bed market for us to go abroad.
Okay, that's great to hear that, and that's quite a big market that you have over there, Mr. Nik. Okay, looking back on your journey as well, what is considered to be a significant milestone or achievement that contribute to your company's success?
We have several chevron or milestones over time actually, because our product doesn't come overnight. So we need to do a clinical study. Clinical study will take typically 1 year to complete the study and another year to publish the study. So that is the first development of the product. The studies is part of the product. Manufacturing, it takes time, to build and also to get the certification required. Yeah, that is part of the key milestone for us. And when we did the clinical study, we have two main objectives in our mind. One, clinical study will ensure us get the regulatory approval for international market, and also the clinical study also will help us to get the claims when you go to the market, because otherwise your product end up just a Tongkat Ali extract.
Yeah, just a
So you need to put something and science to back it up.
I want to move on with the next question. Basically, it's about a partnership lah. So partnership is kind of crucial for business growth. So could you share any collaboration or partnerships that has contributed to your company's growth?
Collaboration is always been part of Biotropic growth and journey. From day one, we started with our 5-star Tongkat Ali. It was developed together between MUSTI and MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology. And as I said earlier on, that our local herb managed to withstand the scrutiny of the international universities, and it was the first patented Tongkat Ali in the world. So that was a collaboration. And from the sourcing of the raw material, we collaborate with the indigenous people, with the local, to get a sustainably good raw material or supply. And also the clinical study, again, we have to collaborate with the scientists, we have to collaborate with the clinical research organization, and also universities, be it domestic or international. So, and going to the market, we need to engage and collaborate with medias. We need to work with partners, distributors, the retailers and all. So I think Biotropic always been very strong. We are very positive with working with people.
Okay, that's a valuable insight you got there, Mr. Nik. Moving on with the next question. What advice would you give to aspiring entrepreneurs entering the biotechnologies industry?
I think looking at the current situation of the world now, product can come out to the market very, very quickly. But for young entrepreneurs who want to enter the bioeconomy, they need to focus, if I can suggest, is to focus on the sciences and also the regulatory. Because these two items will insulate you from the competitions. People can copy the product, but the product without the science is like you are a commodity.
I see.
So commodity is something I think that we won't be very, very competitive because we are small countries. We have a lot of neighboring countries that is bigger. They have more places to plant their herbs, and also they have lower manpower costs. So I think science and regulatory is something very important for us.
That's quite inspiring for any entrepreneurs to start with this kind of industry. So before we conclude, would you share any exciting developments, innovation, expansion plans that we can look forward from your company?
We are focusing heavily on operational excellence and also market penetration or expansions. On the operational side, on the R&D floor, we just published a clinical study of Tongkat Ali for women's applications. As people know, that Tongkat Ali predominantly used by the men, right?
Yep, true, correct. You can see that a lot of shops are selling like Tongkat Ali is just for men, right? And for women, I think it's like Kacip Fatima, something like that, right?
Yeah. So that study has shown, that clinical study has shown that Tongkat Ali can help women with their menopausal symptoms.
I see.
And also the energy in terms of physicals, and also libido. Libido is your urge to get intimate. And of course, given all this, it also has no side effect. Women might think that if they take Tongkat Ali, they will grow beard or mustache. It's not. Because the way Tongkat Ali works is modulate your hormones. So that is something interesting and exciting for us. What does it mean commercially to us? It will unlock another 50% of the market
I see.
population, because in the world, I think roughly 50% men and women.
Yeah, correct.
And I think additionally also that, women are more discerning about health compared to men.
True.
They really take care of their health better than men. So I think it has a good potential for this application for Tongkat Ali for women.
Okay, that's a good knowledge for us to know that Tongkat Ali is just not for men. It's only it also can be used for women, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good sharing.
And just to add another development from our side is that we are working now of improving Tongkat Ali application to improve its taste.
Wow.
Because Tongkat Ali inherently is very, very, very bitter. It's not palatable if, let's say, you want to take it as it is.
Yep.
Why we want to do that? Because we want to put Tongkat Ali into the food and beverages applications at a therapeutic dosage. Yeah.
Okay. That's very good.
So that is something that we are working, and in fact, we have deployed several customers that is based on application. In fact, Mubin, I brought for you something, a straight up Tongkat Ali for you to try. And for you to taste how bitter Tongkat Ali is. It is water soluble. This is our extract. So you can try it. It can dissolve. Here, what we put here is, I think, 100 milligram of Tongkat Ali extract.
Okay, extract. Is it an extract, original extract from
100% extract with the bioactive markers of 5-star Tongkat Ali.
Okay, let's give it a try then. Okay. Wow, it's very interesting taste. This is my first time trying Tongkat Ali, by the way.
All right. Okay.
It's quite bitter.
Yeah,
It's quite bitter, right? Normal for Tongkat Ali to be bitter, right?
It is.
Okay.
Okay, so we have this product now. It's already in the market by our customer. So basically, this product is a milk, coffee, milk, and Tongkat Ali. Okay, it contains 50 milligram Tongkat Ali in this small box.
Now, what's the difference between that one and this one?
Okay, this one is purely straight up Tongkat Ali extract.
Oh,
So this one is Tongkat Ali with bitterness.
Okay. Now I can see you can see the difference lah.
So this is for F&B application, yeah. Okay.
This one is
coffee latte with Tongkat Ali.
Let's give it a try. Okay. This one tastes better than the first one now, because the first one is like straight up 100% extract from Tongkat Ali, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Tastes better than the first one.
Thank you.
But it's not about better, it's about the health, right?
Yeah. And just for people to understand that it put a lot of technology to mask the bitterness of Tongkat Ali, because we've been going around, to mask this bitterness Tongkat Ali. Yeah.
It tastes bitter.
And what worse is that bitterness can stay there for a couple of hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. That's great to hear that. I can maybe in the next few hours I'm gonna feel caffeinated.
you look energized already.
Yeah. Because the first extract that I took is quite a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. And the effective of the Tongkat Ali is quite immediate. As we can see, I tasted the first product. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, that is on the bitter mask. I think in the market expansion wise, we are pushing deeper into a more high GDP nations. We opening up a new market, and beside that, we also will be open up more in our country, our existing market too. So countries like Americas and the Asia Pacific countries is one of few regions that we are opening up.
Yeah, I can see that your export has been higher than the imports, right? Than the local sales. Okay, that's great. Okay, I think that's a valuable insight that you shared with us, and it's a very good product to try. And okay, Thank you so much for sharing your insight and experience today. It has been inspiring to learn about your company's journey and achievements, Mr. Nik. We appreciate your time here and share your success or journey. We wish you continued success in the future and contribution in this industry, Mr. Nik. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Mr. Mubin. Thank you.